previously during the investigation.
Go! Oh my, oh my. Now, there's a lot of things to see around here, and someone in the live stream chat's asking why I'm doing this again. It's because I haven't made any progress in the PC version. I decided I'd start again at the very start of the PC version. It was released on PC last month, and so I'm making my way through it. This is the second time I've restarted for live stream, though. My third time playing through the game, but my second time to play through it all the way through. My first time to do all the side quests. Here we have a picture of corn, because that's real exciting. Again, I think I mentioned this last time I played this on the PS3. There was a joke I had with one of my exes about a town that was absolutely obsessed with corn, and a guy who had like corn posters, corn magazines, goes down to the local market to buy all the corn that he needs to provide himself with. I remember the good old times that me and my corn used to be corn buddies down in the corn in USA. Now we could save our game immediately on this phone, despite the fact we just got here. There's actually a lot to do in the hotel, and more to do even later. We can go to sleep. We're just going to observe it for now. It looks comfortable enough, though I'm starting to miss my own bed back home. Despite the fact this is your first night here, but yeah. We also have a picture for anyone who has seen the show Twin Peaks. This picture will look incredibly familiar. There it is. Because it is the waterfall that was used in the opening scene and in many cutaway scenes in Twin Peaks. Of course, this game is very heavily Twin Peaks inspired. That's the first thing one may notice. We also have pictures of flowers, and a butterfly. Now, this location, I'm going to take some time to look around at everything. We can even change our suit. My clothes are in here. First of all, we have our default costume, of course, but there also is the selection of other costumes we can access here. Right now, we are wearing our normal suit, and we can switch to our crimson suit, which is a suit with a red jacket. However, though, there's also DLC costumes that we can obtain, starting off with this workaholic suit. As you can see here, it's a very snazzy suit. We're not going to use that at this point in the game, though. We're going to go back. I do want to use all the costumes in the game as the game progresses, though. We can even watch TV. Nothing here of any interest to me, except the television, which plays such exciting channels like... You tell me what these things are. I don't really know. Love Forest of Rain Forever. That's what it says. Love Forest of Rain Forever. I think that's cut wood. There's a person yelling. It kind of looks like the person from Twin Peaks, actually. Regardless, though, our exciting television networks today. If you turn it on and off, you'll get different audio messages. Anyways, though. More pictures hanging up on the walls of wood, hallways, books, alcohol. You have to admit, it's actually a very fancy hotel room, though. I've been to some pretty fancy hotel rooms, and a few have been fancier than this, but it's still pretty fancy. We have a picture of a lady right there. We also, right next to her, have a picture of a riverside. Pictures of butterflies, and what are these? Picture of an arch, and picture of strawberries. All of the pictures everywhere. Flowers and other things. A weapon box, of course, sells in her room. We even have a little disordered valley. I actually like this one a lot for whatever reason. I think this is a map. Let me see, what's that map of? A simple guide to Greenvale with an overview of the shops in town. A&G Diner, delicious turkey sandwiches. Milk Barn, convenience store with rock and roll music. Enjoy your evenings at Galaxy of Terror and Swery 65. Too many drinks? Drop by the Greenville General Hospital. Ha 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 ha. We also have our amazing reflection to look at. Amazing. We have different ingredients, and I think these are supposed to be seeds. Seeds they can use to grow something for whatever reason. We have our little assortment of condolences and other things here, and two doors. One of them is a closet that we can't open. This door leads straight into our restroom. We have a nice little rug matted out and everything. As I said, pretty nice hotel room, with more pictures of flowers, and here we have a toilet. Peekaboo, I toilet on you. However, though, for better or worse, our character is never going to have to use the restroom or the bath in the course of this game. But there is something we can do in restrooms. Turns out, if we wanted to, we can have ourselves a nice shave. Like, let's see right there. See, our character doesn't really have much of a beard, but he has a little bit of a 9 o'clock shadow going on. So, let's see. Not bad. Let's take the time to shave for a second. La-dee-da-da-da. Now that he's done making sure that his shave is good, we get a little bit of money for shaving actually, not to mention our character has a completely shaven look. You can actually grow out your beard in this game too if you desire though. Just decide I'd shave right there for the moment. And let's actually leave our hotel room. But if you think that's all we're going to be doing, negatory captain, there's actually a lot to explore in this hotel room. Now here's a little tip here. Whenever you see a sign that says please make up room and all that, or just those signs that say do not disturb basically, you can't enter the rooms. We can't enter inside these rooms for example. But if there is a door that doesn't have a sign in front of it, we can enter. We can also observe this stuff. A history of this town's lumbermill industry. Once the steam engine was invented, they modernized the system and carried logs and lumber by a locomotive. I recall there being some dead tracks near this town. And you are correct, there are dead tracks around the town. Also, I need to warn you, there are some risque pictures around here. I had the feeling that I forgot something, Zach. This is the room to the outside of the hotel, but we can't go outside right now because we're exploring this place. Let's go back over here. Let's see here. Is this a story picture? No, it's just a weird picture. Here we have another non-story picture. Some of those pictures actually have stories to tell, though. Being my completion itself, I have seen them all before. Going through here, nothing there. Nice little picture of a little... Actually, what is that? That's a town from Italy. I think it's Venice. Going through here, a picture of a statue. Here's an open door, though. See? It's open. So we can investigate this magical hotel room. Let's take a little peek inside. This hotel actually has a couple different designs for its hotel stuff. This is the same sort of room we just had. In fact, it's almost exactly the same, except the pictures look a bit clearer in this room. I never understood that, because for some reason, the pictures in this room are clearer than the other rooms, despite the fact that this room is virtually the same as my room. In fact, there's a few differences, like obviously there's not my personal stuff here, and the bed isn't made, and all that fun stuff, but in fact, I think they have a nicer... Anyways, all the same stuff basically, so let's get bummed back out. Actually, though, sometimes you want to investigate these rooms, though, because sometimes they have goodies in them to collect. Here's something else that we can observe. A reporter's comments on the lumber mill. It is important to protect the forest in Greenvale and to maintain its beauty. Basically, beauty is important to this town. I don't know what that is a picture of. Looks like a bunch of watches to me, or a boat. Or a boat watch. Building. Can we go through here? Yes, we can. It's open. Over on this side is actually an important part of the hotel. We can't go inside here right now. It's going to be locked because we have important things to do, but there's some stuff we can check out over here. And this area will serve more purpose later, actually. I hadn't been here previously. Last I played Director's Cut version, I thought this was a new area, and it wasn't. It's just that I'd never had been here before. Let's break on out. We have quite a few different rooms to investigate through here, though. With more of the same panes and a few new ones, even. Where the fuck that is. Fireplace running. Makes it feel real cozy. A little pillar area. Another risque picture. Something inside the closet. Open it. Always. And we obtain some can of pickles. You can never have enough pickles. There's probably something in here too. Oh, actually, no, it's the same thing. Guess we can only open one. A picture of another little town sold there. A diner, a little table for quite a few guests. A picture of a room inside of a room, which means that we're getting pretty meta in here. Nice little coastline. I'm just observing and enjoying the sights. As anyone knows, this is of course, for the Aesthetic Gamer channel, and as such, I appreciate game aesthetics and I like exploring. Especially since, even though the graphics in this game aren't the best, I do like it. It makes itself feel very homesy. Like, what's this? This is candy. York. Those almost look like airheads or Laffy, whatever those are, but I'm just gonna head right out of here because there's actually not much in here besides that can of pickles, though. Alright, we were investigating this hallway. You're next, after this picture of a nice waterfall by the coastline. Or no, I think it's just a rock, not actually a waterfall. It's not even a door, it turns out. Everything's lying to me. This is a door, though. Where'd the audio go, actually? Or is it just because I'm running? So anyways, after some technical difficulties now being worked out, let's get back to exploring this hotel. Outward. We've already explored one wing of it. There's only 2 wings, though, no worries. It's not like some huge task to explore this whole entire hotel. There will be more open doors, though. More risque pictures, apparently. Let's see. Does this say something different? Please make up room. Haha. Pictures of harbors and something to observe. Photos of celebrities who stay in this hotel, from the president to rock superstars. Check this out. Isn't this your favorite cartoon director right here? Must be an honor for you to be staying in the same hotel. My favorite cartoon director. I don't even know who it is. So he must know who it is. Here's also a little map layout of the hotel. Rooms along the corridor with the panes, and along the corridor with the exhibit on deer. Polly lives in the suite, a dining room in the center, with a view of the lake. We can also go out into the patio. There is a boathouse by the lake, so it's a floor plan of the hotel. Looks like you can fish in the lake too. Very interesting. There's the hotel map if anyone was ever curious enough about it. A clock to tell us the time, and there's where we need to go. But we're not going there yet. We're going to do some exploring. We have a map again of the Green Veil. It tells us all the stuff that our room told us. And before we go exploring more here, I want to go upstairs because there's something to see here. The history of Green Veil industry. The blade of a huge saw is on display, likely used ages ago for lumber milling. They've also changed something since the original game, to the director's cut version of the game. In the original game, when you ran up the stairs, it would change the camera angle to a fixed camera angle, much in the style of the old Resident Evils when you went up these stairs. Now it just seems to be a fixed camera angle. Just behind you like the rest of the game. Let's look around. It tells us here that deer hunters score points according to the number of antlers on their prey. If all the culprits we brought in had antlers, what would our score be by now? That's a very odd question to ask yourself. How much of a score you would have if you caught criminals and they had antlers? Very far-fetched, but interesting to think about. Deer hunting was popular in this town. This article says one family had their 6-year-old daughter practice shooting with pig heads as targets. Better watch out for hunting if it'll... Come on, ladies here. Amusing. Shush. Let's see. This display, it's getting me all nostalgic. What's in it anyway? I have a feeling it's like a developer reference, but I don't quite get it. Let's look through here. Records say that many schools closed down the opening day of the hunting season. So many kids would skip school that they decided to make it official. Maybe we should think about taking the day off ourselves on opening day. Do you really plan to be here at the beginning of the school year? Is there even a school in this town? I don't ever recall seeing a school. Anyways, I guess I'll look around for it. I didn't really ever explore the town super thoroughly. So, old tools used long ago for lumber milling. Not that I know what they're for, though. Oh my, something you don't know. Though there is controversy concerning the cruelty of shooting game for entertainment, deer hunting helps keep the deer population in check, thus maintaining a balanced ecosystem. Could homicides be helping us keep our own numbers in check, I wonder? An interesting, controversial question there, Mr. York. Let's see. Deer hunting season opens. Greenville, known for its love of hunting, practically allows hunting all year round, though the type of prey depends on the season. Bears, turkeys, pheasants, crows, ducks, wild ducks, geese, rabbits among them. There's a difference between ducks and wild ducks. This town must be a hunting nirvana for the Alphakino. I can't say that word for the life of me. The glories of days long past showcased in such a small package. Maybe this was the extent of their glory. It's just a museum, York. You don't have to think too hard about it. A display shows Greenvale's official hunting rules. Do not shoot females. Males are scored according to the number of antlers. Consult the taxidermist for rare specimens. Various clauses on deer hunting. If they shot us by accident, do you think they'd stuff us as rare specimens? Again, another weird question. Doesn't seem to be of any value to me. What do you think, Zach? Let's go deeper into this. Ooh. So deer hunters don't shoot the does. I figure all ladies deserve special attention. I'm going to go over this way. We're going to go back down with our little deer hunting museum up here. You know, the people who owned this hotel knew exactly what we wanted. It was information about deer hunting. It is part of this, though. So I guess it's important. There's also a picture I missed, I guess, of logs. Very interesting stuff, you know. Different things to look around here as well. Apples, logs, picture of the U.S., Well, it's not a picture, it's a television, obviously, but nothing there of any interest to me. See, he doesn't watch TV either. Let's take a look at the weather, though. Today is fine, clear day. Perfect day to have a walk. Now, again, this game is an open world game. It's not exactly showing right now. The things that I would compare to it the most, if you're interested to know what this game is like, would I be comparing it, obviously, to Twin Peaks, because this game takes a lot of inspiration from that TV show. But game-wise, Resident Evil 4, Silent Hill, Harvest Moon, and Shenmue. Those would be the 4 games I'd probably best compare this to. Which sounds kind of like a weird assortment, but yeah. I open it. Always open the microwave. And find out that they were cooking in the microwave an egg. That's not how it works. But we got an egg regardless. I have all sorts of little things here on the shelves, but yeah. Oh my. The shelves are lined with various goods. Their selection isn't exactly remarkable, but we may still find something of interest. Now, let's see, anything else to see through here. Look over this way. We have different books, different shelves. Look at all that stuff. Even a little picture here of a good old community of people. Oh dear, oh dear. Now, if we go this way, all these keys. No names on them. They apparently have names, but they're so illegible I can't even make them out. That's all we need to see over here, Dean Dean. I'm running out. Left, right, left, right. Good little thing. People are asking me about my Harvest Moon comparison. You guys will see more of what I'm talking about later. I will say this game is not a farming simulator, but there are some Harvest Moon-y type elements in this game that you'll come to know a little bit more about later. But in the meantime, coffee. Oh my. Apples, things. We can get ourselves a nice little drink here. You know, all that fun stuff. We can't actually get a drink, though, because that would be stealing. Unless, of course, they don't know. We can even save our game with these little payphones, so I'm not going to pay to fucking save my game. Let's go through here. Here we have the restroom. If we wanted to go shaving again, we could. But we're not going to. Not much else in here. Back out. And go to the ladies' restroom. Now we have another. Oh, this one's open already. Oh, never mind. It's locked. However, though, it says it's locked and not that it's closed forever, like this door is. So maybe we can get in there somehow. I was mentioning, though, that you can open up areas through side quests, so maybe that's something to do with it. We also have a different room design on this other wing of the hotel. It's different than our room, a lot smaller, so it's not quite a suite, but it's a regular room. I feel like I've seen this before. Fucking yeah, I can't trigger my memory on it, though. They even have a different bathroom than us. Pretty fancy. Look at them there strawberries. Nothing else really in here, though. Back out. Still not a bad room, though. Still pretty ass fancy. Not going to bed inside another person's room, but you know. Oh, they stuffed crackers in here. Buttery tasting crackers for a little snack. Recovers a little bit of hunger. Let's take it and stuff it in our pockets. Cracker goodness. Not enough crackers in here. Can we, no, we can't turn on the TV. This clock is telling me that it is currently 7:47. Yep, that's not too far away from what the actual time is where I am, but it's not the right time. My time zone is 7:54 at the moment. Regardless, back out. Now, there should be panes along the fact. Was I missing? No, I was looking at the panes. I remember that, like a good old orchid of apples and all that. Deeper. Deeper, I say. All the twists and turns. A lake. You can't actually go in here, I'm pretty sure. Yep, that's another way out of the hotel. We don't want to go out of the hotel. We want to just look around a bit. Various records on the history of the lumber mill. They have a timeline of events, but frankly, I'd rather read something I'm interested in. Oh my, he's at least honest. That's closed at the moment. Take another turn here. Closed. Strange but interesting picture. Alright, that's closed. Another risque picture. Nothing there. Down here. Statue, picture, another way outside, but we don't want to go outside, so we're almost done exploring, which means we can finally move forward. Actually, no, there's more over here, and a door that's open. Which looks almost identical to the room we were just in right before this. In fact, replace looks almost identical with it is identical to the room that we were in just before this. Now, you could say it's cheapness on the developer's part, but it's also true because hotel rooms are honestly like this. I know because typically when we go to a hotel, because of the size of our family or size of the group of people that we're with, we have to rent out 2 hotel rooms, and they're usually right next to each other if at all possible, and typically they're almost identical. A history of this town's lumber mill industry. They started out chopping trees with axes and huge saws, using rivers to float them down to the lumber mill, which reminds me this town does have a riverside and a lumber mill. Alright, we have a picture of a flower. Nothing else through here. This door's open. Breaking in. Another identical room. Is there anything inside this cabinet? The answer is yes, they have Band-Aids. Get a free package of Band-Aids with every hotel purchase. Alright, anything inside the restroom? Nope. Identical. Picture of strawberries. Fun times. Bug out. You know, the suites in this hotel are actually pretty nice, though. If this was actually a hotel, I might suggest someone to get a suite if it was at all possible. There's something in front of the TV in here. A flare. Kind of a strange thing to find in a hotel room. I was like, sure, hotels would be wanting to send out flares to every little single guest that comes inside this room, but who am I to judge? Maybe the flare was left behind by a previous guest and they just didn't clean it up yet. That's a distinct possibility. More risqueness. Nothing over there. Can't check this out. A history of this town's lumber mill industry. It says they use teams of cows to move the lumber down to the river. That's a very interesting visual image you have there. I figure we humans will use whatever we can lay our hands on. Starts feeling up the walls. I don't fucking know. It's like an actual picture of a railroad. All aboard. And with this last picture of a locomotive, I think we're done. Yep, we're done with everything we can do in the hotel for now, except do what we're actually supposed to do. So go head on charging back where we came from. Ziggity daggity daggity zoog. Ziggity diggity daggity doo. Well, actually, I was mentioning this earlier, Jacob. I don't think you were here for it, so I'll show what I mean. If you're running, I'll show exactly what I mean. If you're running into a door, you'll barge open like that. However, though, if you're not running and you're just walking to approach the door, you'll open it like this. Ta-da! Now back to where we're going. Almost 40 yards away. Now, there's one last thing which I want to do before I head there, though, which has to do with these machines. We have a sparkling water machine and a little snack machine. You can see all those glorious-looking chip bags right there if we go look what we can buy from it. Lollipops and crackers. And I mentioned earlier in the last part when we were in the prologue that I think that this is in the future and prices have inflated seriously because of money. And this definitely seems true here. You can get a lollipop for almost $25. You can get crackers for almost $36. Prices have seriously inflated in recent times, apparently. Anyways, we're going to put that away. Get yourself a nice thing of milk coffee. For cheaper, you can get crackers and lollipops. And there you go. Prices are through the roof these days.
Good morning, Mr. Morgan. Your breakfast is ready for you.
Thank you, Mrs.
Polly Oxford. Just Polly is fine.
Well then. Thank you, Polly. I'm starving.
Is everything all right, Mr. Morgan?
Yes, it's delicious, Polly. My compliments to the chef.
I'm hoping my cooking will bring back repeat guests. Honestly, though, it's been a while since anyone has stayed here.
I couldn't help but notice. Aside from you and me, there seems to be no other guests or workers around.
What's that? The salt's in that white shaker there.
Thank you. I was wondering if there were any other guests or workers here.
Oh, no one else. My husband and I used to run this place, but he's in heaven now.
You've been working here alone since then. Must be hard by yourself.
Oh my, we're all out of pepper. I'm very sorry.
It must be difficult to run a hotel by yourself.
Well, yes, I suppose. I could just live on my pension. But I have to admit, running a hotel is kind of like a hobby of mine.
That's nice. Polly, it might help to hear you better if you could sit a little closer.
Oh my, Mr. Morgan, you're embarrassing me. So early in the day, too. I think I'm a little too old for you. And I still love my departed husband. May God rest his soul. I appreciate the invitation, but I'm fine over here.
Polly, I can hardly hear you from all the way over there.
You're exaggerating. This is fine. It won't do to be all clumped together with such a large table and cafeteria. We have to make use of all this space. Now tell me, that wound on your face, what happened?
Let's just say I had some trouble during the last case I was working on. I'm sure it'll heal. It's just a flesh wound.
Oh my, well, there's no need to be the tough guy here. I want you to be able to relax here. I've prepared a special room for you. A famous rock star once stayed in the same room, you know.
Really? I feel honored.
If you need anything at all, just let me know. I'll help you out in any way I can.
Zach, the lady is offering to help. Do you want to ask her about the town?
Say, Polly, what can you tell me about this town?
Well, let me see. You might know this already, but the town is called Greenvale. It rains here quite often, but it's a nice place, surrounded with nature. It was a big and prospering lumber town until not so long ago. We used to have a population of over 6,000 people. Less than 1/10 of them left now. This hotel was built back then. We saw plenty of guests in those days.
That's why this place is so big for such a small community.
I have so many fond memories from back then. I suppose the clock on the community center is quite famous too.
Clock?
Oh yes, it's lovely. It rings in the morning and at night to let the whole town know the time. You'll hear it many times during your stay. It's a beautiful sound. And you'll love it too, I think.
I look forward to hearing it then.
Anything else you'd like to know about?
Yes, actually, Polly. Could you tell me about the shops around here?
Shops? Well, there aren't many. It is a small town, after all. You can do most of your shopping at the Milk Barn convenience store. The couple who run it are a unique pair. I'm sure you'll get to like them. The A&G Diner is a great place to eat. They might be open even if my kitchen is closed. If you want to go to a bar, there are two. The Galaxy of Terror and the Sweary 65. I don't care much for either of them. Bars are for the younger folk. We also have a gas stand, of course, the art gallery, and even a gunsmith. You should be able to find what you need.
Thank you, Polly.
Well, Mr. Morgan, I'd better start cleaning up. You just take it easy. I'll bring your coffee out in a moment.
Thank you, Polly. I have to warn you, though, I am very particular about my coffee. The very best you have, please.
I understand. I'll be right back with it.
Did you see that, Zach? Clear as a crisp spring morning. F.K. in the coffee. I knew I could count on it. Never fails.
Now then, let's get going.
Oh dear, oh my. And at this point in the game, as you can just saw right there, they've introduced the sleeping and the hunger mechanic. Your character needs to sleep, eat, and other things. There's other things as well they have to take care of, but those are just the first two. Nice little patio and a little middle here to collect an Agent Honor behind the piano. Nice open space. We have all these new pictures here, including pictures of tomatoes and pictures. Let's see if I can look at this. Is that picture sideways? Huh. Well, Polly, We have the kitchen open here. We have such delicious looking foods, all modelized for your own enjoyment, I guess. I mean, it's honestly a very big buffet for just 2 people. It almost kind of feels like we're wasting food here. The place seems like what we are. Meals are served buffet style. Nothing noteworthy on the menus, but the hotel being this big, I'm not worried about the quality of the food, but I'd opt for junk food any day. Right, Zach? So there you go. Our character prefers junk food. Even though all this food here is all prepared, and it's all going to waste because no one's here to eat it. We have more picture, picture of the pictures. Okay, there's more pictures over here, over there, and doors that we can't go through yet because we're still in story mode. It's actually a picture, and that's a clock. There is one thing that we can do in our meantime, though, which is coffee drinking. Have some fantastic coffee and find out what your fortune is for today. Now you can actually take as many fortunes as you want. This is just for fun. I'm gonna do this a few times because it's stupid, and they have a literal ton of random fortunes you can just get. So let's start going into the coffee drinking. Take a good old sip of that there coffee, and our fortune here says, unexpected trouble is coming your way. Lucky I am lighter.
There's always trouble heading my way in this job. But I'm always up for a little excitement, too.
I feel like that must be a horror reference because lighters are such a common item in horror games. Typically, it's the item that character defaultly starts off with that's used somewhere in the game. Resident Evil, Alone in the Dark, various examples I could give. You will have a lot of fun today. Lucky place, theme park.
There's no theme park in this town, though. All that good luck is just slipping away. But I think I'll have a thrilling enough time right here anyway.
And there's quite a few messages. Like, literally, I think there's hundreds. I'm not quite sure. You could be at this for a while, and you wouldn't be found all of them yet. We're not going to do this for all 100, obviously, but I'm just going to do it for a few more. Do not act without thinking first. Lucky number is 3.
So, my lucky number is 3 today. The first case I worked after joining the FBI had 3 victims.
Weird, us lining there with different facts. Eric thinks a lot about his job, as we'll find out. A big part of his character.